Addendum 049.3, April 16, 2017 incident. Starting shortly after SCP-049's initial containment, Dr. Ham conducted a number of interviews with the subject regarding its anomalous properties, and over time began to note its displeasure with its subjects and the SCP-049-2 instances. This continued for a period of several months, during which SCP-049 never exhibited any aggressive behaviors. On April 16, 2017, as Dr. Ham was entering SCP-049's test chamber to conduct another routine interview, the entity began to grow anxious and asked Dr. Ham if he was feeling well. Following protocol, Dr. Ham reminded SCP-049 that the interview was required, after which the entity became hostile and attacked Dr. Ham, killing him. Due to a lapse in security protocol, and because Dr. Ham did not activate the in-chamber emergency system, Dr. Ham's corpse was not discovered until 3 hours later, by which point SCP-049 had converted it into an instance of SCP-049-2. In the aftermath of this incident, SCP-049 was interviewed by Dr. Theron Sherman. Interviewer, Dr. Theron Sherman, Site 42. Interviewee, SCP-049.
I need you to explain yourself. SCP-049, you are being directed to explain your actions, and I will remind you that failure to cooperate will result in further restrictions during your containment.
My actions do not need to be explained.
You killed Raymond Ham and then butchered him until he...
Not dead. No. Not dead. He is cured.
Cured? Cured of what?
The pestilence, sir. I had thought you at least recognized the lack it was that I detected it before.
What pestilence? You keep going on and on about this pestilence, but you have not once been able to properly identify this disease. What could you have possibly seen in him today that you had not seen so many times before, that it would be worth his life?
The pestilence presents and progresses in unforeseeable fashions, and has a queer way of creeping into the unprepared, and call it what you want, Doctor. It was a mercy what I did to him. He is killed.
He is a vegetable!
I would not expect you to understand. You and your ilk have proven time and time again to not be men of science, but men of emotion. You cannot appreciate the horrors I have seen. Those many millions who have succumbed to the pestilence and been changed.
Your cure cost Ray his life.
No, good sir. I have saved it. You would allow this world to slip back to the despair of disease and death, ignoring that I have created a miracle.
What disease? What pestilence? He was a healthy man. He was a good doctor.
I'm offering it freely to the afflicted. You are not worth this argument, sir. You are short-sighted and foolish. Dr. Ham was sick, and I cured him. I am the only one who can do this. My work must continue. There is so much still to learn.
I've
so
had
much
enough
to do.
of this. Consider
The
your
others can be
allowances
saved.
revoked.
Even you, though you
Welcome
do not
to
deserve
containment
it, might be saved.
049.
I can save them all. I can cast
Done.
down this plague once and for all. I can do this. Only me. I saved him. Dr. Ham, I cured him. He was sick. I know he was sick. I know he was. And you are all sick. But I can save you. I can save all of you because I am secure.
Addendum 049.4, Post-Incident Report Interview. The following interview was an excerpt from the April 16, 2017 049 Incident Report. The interview was conducted by Dr. Elijah Itkin and took place 3 weeks after the start of the initial investigation. Date, May 7, 2017. Interviewer, Dr. Elijah Itkin. Interviewee, SCP-049. SCP-049, we are conducting this interview to close out our investigation of your actions taken on April 16th that resulted in the death of a staff member. Do you have any comments to make?
Only that I look forward to the day that you will allow me to resume my work. I have spent the last few weeks compiling my notes and constructing a new theory on how the pestilence was able to infect someone in such an insidious manner that I nearly did not detect it.
Have you experienced any remorse for your actions? For the death of Dr. Ham?
Yes, well, the death of a colleague is always regrettable, but in the face of the pestilence we must be swift, Doctor, and act without hesitation.
Dr. Sherman noted in his report that you seemed to be mournful during your initial interview.
Mourn? Perhaps. I had not thought that. It is lamentable that a fellow doctor became infected, but the work continues. Regrettable as it was, Dr. Ham's death provided important insight. Living human subjects are the only way to proceed forward, I am decided. My cure is of little use on dead flesh, and I have gleaned all I can from your generous supply of corpses. My desires turn towards tending to those still living who suffer from the disease.
I am afraid you're going to be disappointed.
Oh, Doctor, I wouldn't be so sure.
End of report.